All right, buddy. What's your name and where you from, man?
My name's Daniel, and I'm from Jasper, Georgia.
Jasper,
It's a
Georgia.
small town. Yep.
All right, man. And you
Mar-
said you went to jail for the first time not too long ago. You're 18 years old, correct?
yes.
And you went to jail. First off, let's talk about why you went to jail. Why'd you go to jail for?
Well, I was charged with first-degree burglary, along with theft by taking, theft by receiving, possession of stolen property, possession of marijuana under an ounce. Um, what was that? Grand theft and grand theft.
Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
You stole a car, huh?
Yeah, got a little bit too excited, I guess.
All right, man. So, what do you get out in bond? What are you out in bond right now, or what?
Oh yeah, I'm out on bond. I had to work with the bondsman because my bond was so high that the just see here we do 10% of the bond,
Yeah.
So my bond is I think 35,000.
Okay.
So
So you're out in bond right
they
now.
like yeah.
All right. Now tell me, man, where you said that you went to jail and you were in for a rude awakening, man.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, definitely.
Tell me, man, what was it like when you first stepped into jail?
Well, see, whenever I first stepped in, they done the fingerprinting and all that stuff. Well, they put me in. See, they have two different pods. They have one pod called C pod, and that's where they usually put all the young bucks,
Yeah.
And then they have A pod, and that's where they put the guys who just got done doing prison time, getting ready to go home and stuff like that. Well, I go into C pod, and that is full of Ghostface members.
Ghostface, what's this? What's this Ghostface you speak of?
Well, it's a lower, it's like a part of the Aryan Brotherhood. It's just a lower branch of the Aryan Brotherhood.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of that in my
Yeah.
life, man. So it's filled with a bunch of white boys in there.
Yep. Yeah, they
Okay.
threw me in there with them, and the first thing I got whenever I walked in there was a guy walked up to me, and I had my tray, it was lunchtime, and he came up and he just grabbed my food right out of my plate as soon as I walked in there, man.
Holy shit! He took your
Yeah,
the first day?
yep. As soon as I walked in that door, I had my tray in my hand, and he just took my pizza, or I forgot, it was like some type of weird meat-looking stuff. He just took it right out of my plate, along with my cornbread and everything else.
Damn! He deboed your shit for real. What'd you do, man?
Yeah, man. Well, you see, at first, I didn't know, like, because, there was like 40, like, Ghostface members, and there was one of me.
But you didn't know about any of this Ghostface stuff when you first walked in, right?
Well, see, I knew that there was Ghostface in the area, but I didn't think it was going to be like that once I walked in there.
Okay.
So, I talked to this one guy, and he's supposed to be like the general, I guess, or whatever they call him. Well, I talked to him, and he sets it up to where I can fight him in a cell called C8. That's
Fight
where
him?
everybody goes to fight. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Well,
Okay.
I
So,
was
hold on. So you go
all
into
right.
jail for the first time, and someone steals your cornbread and whatever else you had on your tray. What do you do immediately after that? Before we get into the whole fighting the general, what the hell did you do as soon as? What was your initial reaction when dude stole your food, man?
I was like, well, I looked at him. I was like, dude, did you really just do that? Like, I just got here, and you want to just right off the bat just start getting on me, dude. He called me every name in the book as he was walking back up to his cell.
Damn. Did everybody hear it?
Oh yeah, everybody was sitting there at the table, was laughing about it and everything, and that really made me mad, because that just made me look like a, you know,
Yeah, man. He punked you out, man.
But yeah, and see, I'm a smaller guy. You know, I'm 5'9" and I'm 130 pounds.
Yeah.
You know, so not really too intimidating. So I guess that's probably why he done it, because he
Okay.
was a bigger guy.
Yeah. Okay, so you get your food stolen, and then how long does it take for you to holler at this supposed general?
Well, he actually walked up to me right after, and he was like, "You're gonna let dude do that to you?" And I was like, "Well, numbers are against me." And he was like, "Look, I'm gonna set you up to fight him, but and nobody else is gonna jump in." Well, come to find out, that was a big lie.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah,
So they set you
it was.
up. So he's setting you up.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you're like, okay, so what'd you say to that?
Well, I was like, "All right, yeah, I'm ready to go." So I put my little orange slides on, those orange slides they give you, and I walk up there, and he already had his shirt off. He already knew what time it was. And I walk in the cell, and as soon as I walk in that cell, we just start throwing hands everywhere. Like, it wasn't no UFC looking nothing. Hands were just going everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I look behind, and here comes this big guy, just full on kicks me right in the back up against the beds. And then about four other ones walk in, and they just start beating me on the ground.
Damn.
Yeah, they say they don't like people messing with one of their own. And I'm like, well, shouldn't have took my food then.
Well, what the hell? Did you talk to this general afterwards? Like, hey, man, I thought it was supposed to be a one-on-one.
Well, actually, they beat me to the point where I was unconscious. The COs had to come and drag me out of the cell
Damn.
because my face was like that big, like they stomped me into the ground.
Yeah.
Well, me, I was like, I spent like maybe 2 days in medical, and then they put me back into APOD. Well, APOD is where all the older cats are. Well, the one guy, they called him Shotgun. Yeah. Well, I go in there and see automatically, like, somebody, one of the older guys was making whistling noises and like
At
all
you?
sort. Yeah, at me.
Like
Because look
cat calling you?
yeah, pretty much.
Like,
And they were talking about how, yep. And they were talking about how they were going to get me in the shower and this, and this. And I'm like, well, I know I'm not going to be taking a shower anytime soon.
oh my
No,
god.
Well, this guy, he's a lot bigger than I am. Well, I pick a fight with him too.
You pick a
I'm
fight
just-
with him?
Yeah, I picked a fight with him. I told him to come his ass into AA.
Okay.
And, well,
Why?
we go
Why?
in there.
Why?
I didn't like the way he was whistling and looking at me.
Oh, it was that guy. Okay.
And I walk in there, and like he just slaps me across the face, man. Like I had a welt. I mean, all the way from here, all the way down to my throat. His hands were as big as my head. He slapped the crap out of me, and that kind of dazed me. So we started fighting and everything. And I can actually say this: that fight I did, end up coming out on top in, but man, it opened up a whole lot of other stuff. Once you get into one fight, it just escalates from there.
Yeah.
You know. So
See, most people
I
think
fight
that. I hate to interrupt you. I know we got kind of a bad connection a little bit. You're out in the woods, but most people, when they get in a fight, it's typically if they fight good and they have heart, they leave them alone. But in your case, they wanted to fight more and more. And I tell about this in my channel. Just because you fight and you show that you have heart does not mean it's going to stop other people from messing with you. It does not work like that. A lot of people think it does. Maybe in some prisons or jails it does. But I've seen it where someone will fight and then they'll get their ass beat the next day. And then they'll get their ass beat again the next day and the next day. Until they're bored or they just ain't got the time to do it that day. Or they check in. So thank you for, reiterating that, I guess you could say.
See, I didn't know that they had their own like little, how would I put that? Their own little way of doing things. See, I was on the phone after that fight. Like right after the fight, I went and called my family, let them know that I'm probably going to get more charges. Well, the phone didn't work. Well, I made the mistake of breaking the phone. All right. I broke one of the phones.
That's not good, my friend.
All of them inmates. Nope. And man, every one of them just surrounded me and they said, you either find a way to fix the phone or we're going to hurt you. And I'm like, well, I'm not no electrician, so I guess I'm going to get my butt whooped, But,
how'd you break the phone?
I grabbed it and the cord to it, I yanked it out of the wall and I slammed it on the ground and I stomped on it because it wouldn't let my phone through.
God, you were one of the phone rampagers, man. I've seen people break the phone and get beat up behind that, man. So.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, I got what was coming to me for that, But I was asleep whenever they done it, though. They had there was 11 people to I guess what you would call a dorm or a cell thing. It has like 11 people. Well, 5 of them people were mad about me breaking that phone. So I laid down thinking nothing was going on. I was asleep. Well, next thing you know, I feel a big, like a battery or something hit me in the back of the head. And then I get drug off my bunk, and they just start hitting me and doing all sorts of crap. I try to fight back, but whenever you have that many people on you, there isn't really too much you can do except sit there and take it.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I learned not to. I didn't make any more phone calls after that.
And how long were you in jail altogether?
6 months. 6 months.
And did they ever let up at all?
They let up like a little bit toward the last month I was there, but it was because all of them were bigger than me, And to see my 2 co-defendants, they were in there with. They put them in the same block as me. Well, so the word gets around what happened and what all we did and everything, and people start making fun of us because of what we broke into.
What'd you break into?
So a police training facility. I didn't know.
What the hell did you break into that for?
Well, I didn't know it was a training facility. I was it was nighttime and I was drinking too. So I was almost drunk too. So we break in it, and then next thing you know, we leave. And next thing you know, we get surrounded by all 16 different cop cars, dude. Drug task force was there. Everybody was there. They surrounded us, dude. They were treating us like we were some armed robbers or something. They had guns to the back of our heads and everything. Had us face down on the concrete.
I mean, what'd you get? Did you get anything?
Yeah, I got
Wait, hold on. Is this an open case?
No.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, man, I got some copper wire.
Copper wire, huh? You were trying to get some copper, huh?
Yeah, well, we got the copper, but the thing is they found all of it back in the car, and it wasn't even my car.
Yeah,
it was my grandmother's car.
Yeah,
they found the stuff. They found about. They said it was like $600-700 worth of copper wire in there, so they said that was enough to charge me with a felony.
Yeah, grand larceny.
Yeah, so they charged me with that, and I didn't. No, it didn't really hit me until I actually got into jail. I had to sit there for a minute, and then all of a sudden it just hit me. Damn, I'm actually in jail, this really happened to me.
Yeah. And, so after those guys done jumped you over the phone, was there any other situations that came across that was pretty crazy to you?
Yeah, I got this tattoo done right here. It's Tino Weeble. I got it done in jail. But this one right here.
Oh, yeah.
See, I got into a fight over that tattoo too, because they thought I was people automatically thought I was representing Ghostface because of that tattoo, you know,
Yeah.
because that's what they wear. I didn't know that whenever I got it tatted on me. Well, they said I was false claiming this, this, and this, and I'm like, dude, I don't know nothing about that crap, you know. I just wanted to get a tattoo. Well, they don't take too kindly to that, so they did this. They call it a 5-car pileup. Whenever a lot of them bring you into a cell and they all jump you, they call it a 5-car pileup. So yeah, I got jumped for that too, but I earned a lot of people's respect because I would always come out of a fight smiling. Always. No matter what, I could lose, win, I would always come out smiling.
Except for that one time where they knocked you out.
Yeah, except for that, then, you know. My eyes rolled in the back of my head.
Was that your first time getting knocked out?
Yeah. Yep. That was my first time getting knocked out.
Was it strange?
Yeah, it was like, I can't really describe it. It was like tunnel vision at first, and then everything just kind of faded away, and I don't even remember most of it, what happened after that, really. They said they found me, and I was, my mouth, like, I had a big puddle of blood next to my face, you know, like, huge puddle. And they said that if they wouldn't have found me, you know, I could have been gone, because I was bleeding pretty bad.
That's crazy, man. Any other times you got jumped? Were people stealing your food on a regular basis?
Oh, no, after that fight, nobody stole my food anymore, because they realized that I was gonna, you know, I want my food, you know, so I'm gonna fight for it.
Okay, so no one stole anything else from you?
No. I didn't really, like, I didn't get stored, not like that, because that's what made me nervous, you know, was people taking my stuff. So I never really got store anything. I got soap and stuff. As soon as I got in there, you know, I watched the video made, and it said, as soon as you get in there, buy some soap, you know, and it'll look like you've already done time before, you know. And actually, that does work, because people were asking me if I've done time before, you know.
Just because you had soap?
Yeah, they were like, they looked at me and they're like, have you done time before? And I, you know, I'm not going to lie. I was like, no. They were like, oh, well, because most people, you know, if they're new here, they don't buy soap. They always buy like 16, 17 things and noodles. And pasta, you know. Yeah. I didn't buy any food or nothing. I just bought soap and hygiene products, you know, because last thing you want to do is stink up in there, because that'll get you hurt too. I've seen a lot of people get hurt because of that.
Yeah, I told stories about people getting beat up because they don't get in that shower. Were people getting mad when you chose not to get in that shower that one time because dude was whistling at you?
Oh yeah, like I didn't shower for the first like 3 weeks I was there.
Damn.
And they told me they were like, you can either hop in that shower or you can push the button and get out of here. And I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna get in the shower. And I had 2 people I could trust, or not really trust, but I was cool with, I guess. So I had them stand outside of the shower while I was in it, you know, because I was not about to get got in the shower.
Yeah.
You know. So they were standing in the shower while I was taking a shower. And
I bet your ass was stinking after 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, man. They keep it, like most jails, you would think they keep it cool in there.
Yeah.
You would think it's cold, but no. And they don't keep it cold in this one. It was burning up. Like everybody was sweating. But
damn, and you went 3 weeks.
Yeah. I was nervous about getting in the shower. I thought, like, you know, I heard before I went to jail and all this stuff, I heard like all that stuff like that, you know. So I didn't know what to expect while I was in the shower. I know I took a shower on my back against the wall though. I know that for a fact.
I know that's right, man. Well, I mean, any other crazy things happen to you in there besides getting jumped and your cornbread getting taken? I mean, I salute you for coming onto the channel, because you know thousands of people are going to see it. And it's not easy for someone to admit that, hey, I got my damn cornbread jacked, I got smacked, I got jumped. I mean, but at least you held your own in most of those situations, you know. People
Yeah.
think that believe it or not, small individuals like you and myself, when I first went in, I was small as hell. I'm 5'9". When I first went in, I was like a buck 30, you know. So they don't understand, a lot small dudes do get taken advantage of, or people try to, you know. That's just the name of the game, you know. It's a dog eat dog world, and dogs like to approach, you know, and take advantage of someone that they think ain't gonna give up that much fight. So I appreciate you coming on to the show and talking about it, man. But did anyone else, any other crazy stuff happen to you in there?
Well, I got caught with drugs in there.
Damn. What'd you get caught with?
Yeah, I got a little baggie of cocaine like that big.
How the hell you get that, man? You brought it in?
No, I didn't. It was like it was weird. I was in my cell and I see this little baggie underneath my
Dude,
bed.
you picked up someone's package, man.
I didn't. Yeah, pretty much. It was underneath my bed, and I was like, "What is this?" Well, right about that time, I picked it up. That's whenever they were doing count, and they seen me with it. So I got a felony for that too.
God
Actually, 2 or 3.
almighty, man.
And the person whose it belonged to, they weren't too happy about it either. Like they were really mad. They wanted to kill me over it. I had to leave that dorm over this, so I had to leave, you know, because they were going to kill me over that.
I believe it. What the hell was it doing under your bed?
I don't even know how it even got there. Like, I was in my cell the whole time, you know, and I didn't see anybody come by. But then again, I was reading a book, but, you know.
So you picked up so you picked up a bag of powder. And the CO's seen you as soon as you picked it up.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave you a felony. Have you went to court for that yet?
No, not yet. But, you know, it's kind of an open and closed case, really, because they have me on camera with it, you know, and I already admitted to it, so, you know, it's not really no big thing.
You admitted that it was yours?
Yeah. I wasn't about to snitch on nobody else. I said it was mine, belonged to me. I had it, so nobody else. You know, I wasn't about to be no rat on nobody. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I guess not about rat. It's not about snitching on someone. It's about telling them, "Hey, I found the shit underneath my bed, man." You know, I mean, but even if you said that, no judge is gonna believe it. You know?
Yeah, they won't. They don't. Then you know, most of the jails here in Georgia, they are crooked. Like they have their own set of rules. Like I've seen COs sit there and stomp an inmate into the ground, like punching them, pepper spraying them, tasing them.
Well, damn, man, you got one hell of a first time story. I guess what do you got to say to anybody out there that might be going to jail for the first time?
Be prepared, you know, because you might think you're ready and everything, but as soon as you walk through that door, it's a lot different than, you know, you would expect.
Look, I hope you stay out, man, 'cause you know, at least you got a taste of it and you know what to expect this time, you know what I mean? Good old Georgia, man. Well, look, I appreciate you coming on to the show and telling your story. Man, oh, man. What'd you say?
I appreciate it. You know, I'm a big fan of the show. I've been watching for a while, and, you know, I've been wanting to come on here and tell my story.
Thank you, man. And let this be a warning to anybody out in Georgia or anywhere else around the country, man. Jail is a dangerous place. And, you know, unfortunately, if you're a little guy, if someone doesn't take you up under their wing, you're more than likely going to get taken advantage of. And that's just the facts of life, man. It's a jungle out there, and naturally the little people get attacked in the jungle, you know what I mean, by those alpha males or whatever the case is. But yeah, man, once again, appreciate you coming on the show. You got any kind of social media you want to shout out or anything?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram. My name's Daniel Robinson 7693.
All right, man. And I wish you nothing but success out there, man. Stay out of jail, all right?
All right, thank you, man.
All right, buddy.
Have a
Be
good-
safe out there.